Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loads 15, where I'll be giving you my each way Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action, as usual here on the channel. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome to Lucky Loads 15. I'm aiming to be a horse racing journalist one day. It would be my absolutely dream job. And the reason I created this channel is to gain some experience in recording, making videos every day in the sport of horse racing, which is my passion and joy. And I'm going back to university in September to study a course in Master Sports Broadcast and Journalism. And I'm just hoping that this channel will help me when I get to that stage in my career and hopefully develop and learn the skills to work in the horse racing industry as a journalist. So yeah, that's why I created the channel, just to have a bit of fun, bit of banter, giving my selections on what I think will run well every day. I do have plans for this channel in the end to eventually maybe go away from the betting side of horse racing, but still carry on doing it. But I like to maybe get out there and show you other sides to horse racing, like the preparation and effort that goes into horse racing every day, how horses are turned out and sent to the racetracks and how they perform there. And sometimes if a horse finishes second or third, it can still be good because they often can pick up some good prize money by just running. So horse racing sometimes is a misunderstood sport, and I really want to challenge the perceptions of that. So please subscribe to the video and like the videos as well for more horse racing content. I saw also as well one of you commented on about the race last time out at Kilcarney few days ago where it was declared void. I don't really know too much about that, but if there are any interesting horse racing topics you want me to discuss, please let them know in the comments box below, and I might start thinking about doing some special vlogs where I give my opinions on what I think is going on in the world of horse racing and what would be interesting to improve the sport in general and maybe make it appeal to the public. So let us know if you wouldn't mind seeing us a video like I know Spencer Owen, if you follow him, football YouTuber, does something called In My Opinion, a series every week where he gives his opinion in the world of football. If you'd like to see something like that on the channel here, that's something we could maybe suggest and do. So please stay tuned with us, but I'm just going to go through on how Saturday selections ran. Sorry as usual, didn't make a vlog for Sunday. If you are one of my avid followers, you probably know by now that I don't often make a vlog on a Sunday. It's normally for personal reasons that unfortunately I just can't get anywhere on Saturday night to make a vlog. So please stay with me, but I didn't have the greatest day on Saturday, if I'm honest with you. Shelford was the only one that ran with any credit in the end, and to be fair play to the Skeltons, they really did well to make him come back in third place in the end. He was well back through the day. I think we got him at 9-1 overnight, and he ended up going something like 5-1 in the end. I think he might have been sent off favourite in that race, which was the big race at Newmarket Racing that day, I should say. So yeah, he did well to kind of reel back and finish third, but he was never going to win. That was a good performance by the Paul Nicholls horse, who took the prize money there that day. Also, we backed a horse called Best Days, which ran at Newbury. That didn't run that great. That finished in third place in the end. And also as well, we backed a runner at Newmarket. And that was Stanhope, who was leading for a fairway, but got pipped towards the last furlong and really disappointed us there, considering there had been a lot of market support for him as well. We managed to get him at 6-1 overnight. I think he ran off at 9-4, so at least we're choosing the right horses, at least normally in the market, but the market doesn't always get it right, and it wasn't the greatest day on Saturday. So we're going to try and bounce back from Saturday after what was towards the end of last week not a bad week. We had a bit of profit there, so please stay tuned with us, and we'll be going through tomorrow's horse racing action, which sees us go to Ayr for our first race tomorrow in the 440. The horse that we've backed here is a Mark Johnston runner called Berengaria, which will be ridden tomorrow by one of his jockeys that he uses, PJ McDonald. Currently 10-1 bookmakers at the moment. Quite an interesting horse on paper, I thought. It tends to be a front runner in its tactics, and that could play out to its strengths here tomorrow, because I couldn't always see where the pace was going to come from in this race. And last time out, that horse ran at Windsor, where it finished 4th, but only just got reeled in towards the last 50 yards or so, and that day Bell of Rafe Beckett won for us that day, and that was our first ever time we had 4 up on the channel, 4 winners from 4th in the Lucky 15 that day, and that was a great selection there. I think it might no, it wasn't my nap that day, but it was a very good selection because we got it 6-1, ended up at 7-2 in the end, and that was a good day for our channel. But yeah, hopefully Berengaria. It does look a little bit of a tough race on paper, but he is rated really highly. He's 3 years old as well, and that's something to always take note of Mark Johnston. Very great trainer. He likes to have versatility in his horses. He likes them to be fit and strong and go to the racetrack and give it their all. They don't always come off, but he's been in very good form of late, and his records with 3-year-olds in handicap is very good if you were just to back them blind, I should say, rather. So I thought he was very interesting. At 10-1 tomorrow, I'm going to make him our long shot here on the video for tomorrow's horse race. And if you're new to the channel as well, I do a nap and a long shot each day, and this is going to be our long shot in the 440 at Ayr. Our second selection tomorrow sees us go to Cartmel for the only jumps meeting of the day, and we go to the 455 with a horse called Camillas Wish, trained by Richard Ford. Conditional jockey Miss Becky Smith takes the ride, who will be able to use their £7 claim here. Now this horse has been showing some good form this year. It had 4 wins on the bounce, but it was disappointing last time at Perth, where it managed to finish in 5th, but not all horses always suit to Perth for some reason. But Cartmel could be a good reintroduction for the horse to get back to winning ways tomorrow. Currently 15-2 bookmakers at the moment. This horse could put that Perth run behind it and run a good race tomorrow, because he was a previous course and distance winner here in one of those 4 wins, and he might prefer the track to be a bit more of a stiffer test for him. And I thought at a price of 15-2, he could be definitely a one to make the frame tomorrow, considering also as well, like we said, Becky Smith will be able to use her £7 claim. This horse already looked quite well handicapped and looked quite good in the weights, and by taking an extra £7 off, it's going to be receiving at least a stone from a lot of its rivals. So that could be an interesting runner there in the 455. Our next race sees us go to the next race at Cartmel, which would be the last feature on the day in the 525. Horse we've gone for here is a horse called My Renaissance. And this horse again is a bit of a course specialist. Its only winner, in fact, over hurdles was at Cartmel, where it ran really nicely that day. It went off absolutely storming into the lead in a front running performance when it won that race. I actually did back it that day at 8-1, and it went off by about 20 lengths. Even though it did get reeled in and won by about 5 or 6 lengths, it's still a good performance, putting on the speed early on, and not all the horses could live with it. It's trained by, I think it's husband and wife combination, Sam and Jonathan England, so they have a good working relationship together. They ride a few winners, and I thought at a price 9-2, that wasn't a bad selection. And I think he's been running over the flat as well. He's quite a versatile horse. He does like his sharp tracks as well, and Cartmel is one of those tracks that I have talked about before that tends to be a course specialist track, and I thought within the race as well, quite a lot of weak horses. He kind of stood out for me, and I thought he could make the frame if he decided to use the same tactics tomorrow. So that's going to be our third selection there, My Renaissance in the 525 at Cartmel. We then go on to our nap for tomorrow in the 755 at Beverley, and the nap that we've gone for here is a horse called Navarone, trained by Richard Fahey. One of his jockeys that he uses, Tony Hamilton, takes the ride tomorrow, and this horse is quite interesting on paper. 2 runs ago it won a maiden at Beverley, and then it went on to its handicap debut at Ayr, where it only just lost and finished back in 2nd place, and that was quite an interesting run that day. The conditions were a bit soft that day, I think, but he seems to run over a couple of types of ground. He's still quite lightly raced as well. Also as well, he's relatively unexposed. He's also going to be getting some good weight tomorrow off 9-1. I think the market leader in that race tomorrow in the 755 is a 3-year-old like Navarone, but Navarone will be receiving £6, and that could make a difference in a race like this. And I thought that he could tend to like Beverley as well, because again, Beverley is one of those tracks that tend to prove that if you run well there, you're always going to potentially run well there if things go for you as you like it. So I thought at a price tomorrow as more of a nap selection, I thought 4-1 was definitely a good value for this horse. And if he won, that would definitely be good value and be another good nap for us, because we had a good nap on Friday as well at Newmarket with Ravens Lady. So our naps have run a little bit better of late. Obviously, they didn't run very well on Saturday, but hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow. And that's our selections for tomorrow. So let us know in the comments box below what you think might run well. If you want to have a go and challenge me for my selections in those races tomorrow, feel free to by leaving your comments in the comments box below. See, a few of you sometimes do that, and sometimes you get it right, and sometimes I get it right. So it'd be interesting to see how we fare tomorrow. Also as well, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. We've had a lot of new subscribers recently, and I just want to continue getting those subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Also as well, you can follow us on social media at Twitter and also on Facebook as well at Lucky Loaders 15. We tend to be more active on Twitter, so that'll probably be the best place to get on there. Also as well, gamble responsibly. I don't want you gambling too much. Probably because you probably lose a lot of money, to be honest, if you follow my tips all the time. But like I say, I just created this channel just for a bit of fun. So yeah, so that's what I think will run well tomorrow. Hope you have a good day tomorrow on the world of horse racing, betting, and win plenty of money. And hopefully we can join you there in the club tomorrow.